met with business partners at Partner World who, again, are from all over the world. While there are some differences in their local market, maybe some, the economies are a little different, or the level of maturity of the IT industry or the partners' firm skills. In general, they're all facing the same challenges and opportunities around the world. I mean, the partners around the world are facing the same things in their local markets. This really is a global, there is global transformation. This transformation is global, a global phenomenon, I think is the way I would want to say it.
It's not about the level of maturity, it's about the challenge made different, right? So the cloud, the service, or something like that.
Yes. We've talked before about we live in an interconnected, intelligent, world, and so this notion of a globally integrated enterprise. So whether you are a small business in Peru, or you are a large enterprise in Japan, in Tokyo, there's a degree of interconnectedness around the world, and so business partners, our channel partners, are. Am I speaking loudly enough? Our business partners are facing many of the same issues in these markets everywhere.
Can I start?
So yes. So I'll do the best I can to answer questions, and so please.
Actually, I just want to understand how IBM will handle with the end of global growth market unit. There's no more growth market unit now. Latin America is under the IBM corporation umbrella, right? So how do you think will work now? That's my main question.
So that was an internal IBM restructuring that that took what we called the Growth Markets Unit, the GMU, and have subdivided it now into 4 operating units: Greater China Group, Asia Pacific, Latin America.
And something with Africa.
Oh, and thank you.
Africa.
Middle East and Africa. Thank you. Middle East and Africa. Yeah. So it doesn't change at all IBM's commitment to growth in these growth economies, in these growth markets, and in fact, it creates an opportunity for even more focus and more regional specialization by having internally us organize our resources in these 4 markets. It's a way of say more attention at the corporate level on each of these markets. I mean, the Latin American market has been a very strong opportunity for IBM with enterprises investing in their technology, and hence we're working to expand our channel partners so that there's more reach, better skills. So I think it was a move that probably won't have much visibility external to clients, other than seeing more focus and specialization around those regional markets.
It makes sense because it's not about the whole unit; it's about that region. Like Latin America, the China is facing the same problems, the same challenges, but it's different to speak Spanish than Chinese.
Yes.
So
yes, I mean, at the end of the day, what matters is what goes on in a client, right? And a client is an entity of one, a unit of one, and so how organizations, you build organizational structure not for organizational structure's sake, but so that you can do a better job of serving clients locally.
But I was thinking more than the local markets. related with, well, dealing with, for instance, with telcos and government. How are you trying to help them or trying to make them improve the relationships in business with them all?
So you've heard IBM talk about building a smarter planet, and there are smarter applies across all industries. If it's government, smarter government might be about providing better services to citizens. If it's smarter healthcare, it's around electronic medical records and better patient care. In utilities, or governments could be around smarter traffic. So every industry has opportunities for transformation and the application of information technology. And you talked about a few of those industries that I think are benefiting significantly from the transformative power of information technology. IBM is, we address those markets by having, by growing the industry skills of our account teams, our local client reps, so that they really understand and the client's industry, the client's business, the client's business challenges, and then they can play a more valuable role in helping bring solutions to that client and industry. The same is true for our business partners. So our business partners, we have business partners that have solutions that are specific to those industry niches, and really is an important component of our go-to-market equation, which is we're able to bring great solutions to our customers because we have such a large portfolio of business partners. I think it was someone in one of the main 10 sessions talked about how more than 50% of our Smarter Planet references are with business partners. So part of my job is to expand our business partner channel capacity, and I think part of what Partner World does is help show our partners where that growth is going to come from, so that they're continuing to invest in those growth areas so we can provide better service to customers.
Cool, yeah.
That's a good question.
Yeah, besides that, and you were talking about smarter planet and smarter cities also. Every time you say smarter, I think in Watson, every time. So how are the new dealing or the new relationships you are looking for with this improvement in the platform, in your offering, in your portfolio?
First of all, isn't Watson fascinating? I mean, it's so exciting. I may be somewhat over-dramatic when I say that in 1962, I think IBM announced the System 360, which was the start of the mainframe, and we're very close. Maybe it was 64. I think we're very close to the 50th anniversary of the mainframe. But that was such a dramatic milestone in the IBM company's 102-year history. I think Watson has that same kind of game-changing potential, right? And I mean, you heard Ginny talk about, we're a couple years past the unveiling of Watson, and now these projects that we have going on with industries around helping the healthcare profession, for example, just deliver better decision-making and healthcare delivery as a result of Watson. As far as our channel goes, we've announced an initiative, an ecosystem initiative with Watson to make the APIs and the capabilities of Watson available to business partners, particularly ISVs, software vendors, so that they can begin to develop applications and solutions that are based on Watson technologies and Watson capabilities. So we're really just at the nascent stage, the very early stage of realizing the potential of what Watson has, and that's exciting. And it also says that it's not clear how this will grow and explode, you know, in starbursts into other opportunities. But I for one, am thrilled with.
I don't know if I should feel excited or scared, because a company like mine or journalists are just coming to be replaced by the Watson application.
No.
We're going to be in trouble.
Look, are we replaced by our smartphones? No, but
No.
but
No,
could we
just
live
kidding.
without? But could we live without it? No, right? So we talk about these different eras of computing. So the first 50 years of IBM was the tabulation era, right? Just counting things. In the last 50 years was the programmable era, right? You know, computation. So using algorithms and logic to do more than just count, but to actually compute and we're entering this phase now that IBM has referred to as the cognitive era, where you have these systems that are learning, not programming, but learning and thinking. So I talked about healthcare, for example. Watson isn't going to replace the physician. It's going to make the physician more effective and more productive. Right? Watson's not going to replace the call center specialist who's answering phone calls and helping clients, you know, in a call center, but it's going to help them deliver better, smarter solutions and responses. So it's exciting, but you know,
Sure. It's a new thing.
It's new.
We want to create on it.
Yes.
It's Watson versus Dr. House.
I want to do Dr. House style of answers.
I don't know whose smartphone this was. Oh, actually, no recording. I look forward to the day when I have Watson, you know, right here, and the power of Watson, and if, you know, the first Watson filled a room about this, you know, a little bit bigger than this table with servers, and that was 3 years ago. And every year, right? So we're not. It's not so far into the future.
No, if Watson is in the cloud,
There you
just
go.
everything will be a Watson.
You're right.
Sure, you can.
What do you think about the Internet of Things and Internet of Everything? That is complementary with Watson is the brain, but the Internet of Things is that everything will be connected.
I'm going to be worried when the things are going to ask question, answer question without asking us anything, just answering each other. And in a smarter planet, in a smarter city, when there is a fire and the fire car wants to run faster, and they just open up the space for us, and we say,
probably
what's going on? Where are going to be our decisions?
The smarter planner.
We're going to be thinking in other things.
The smarter planner will be more smarter without humans.
Smarter without humans.
That's the point.
I haven't forgotten your question. I'll come back to it, but just one more thought on Watson, and I think along the lines of what you're saying is, in IBM research, we now have the team is working on what we call the Watson debater, where it's Watson debating with Watson, or it could be with a specialist, and the whole point being is, it's not, you're talking about replacing, or you know, what will we do if everything is taking place over here, but think about how much smarter we become when you have a tool that's helping you be smarter and pushing you to deeper thinking. Now, your question about the Internet of Things, I'll admit, I am not a specialist on the Internet of Things, but when I apply your question to my role at IBM, which is responsible for the hardware channel, what comes to my mind right away when you ask that question is, first of all, the creation of data, right? With the Internet of Things and connectivity and trillions of smart, nodes, one of the slides in the main tent talked about there's 2.5 billion gigabytes of data created every single day, and that's a statistic today. You know, next month, next year, that rate is going to probably even grow faster, and fueled by the Internet of Things. And so all that data creates, first of all, a great opportunity to sell storage, which IBM has the industry's best storage, and flash technology, which is really fast storage. IBM has the market-leading flash technology. It's a great market opportunity, business opportunity. That's one. Two, all that data creates an opportunity for solutions for things like Watson and big data and analytics that Ginny talked about and others talked about to convert all that data into value for a business one way or another, marketing, insights, better customer service, whatever it might be. So if I kind of bring your question, I see it as opportunity for IBM and I see it as opportunity for our business partners back to the original question, which was, okay, how do we solve industry issues? How do we build a smarter planet? We need partners. We need firms that are developing new applications, that are producing cloud delivery services, so that we can move at an even faster and faster rate to take advantage of what something like the Internet of Things is going to be able to provide for us.
You are so fascinated for Watson, but how IBM is going to transmit to the partners and to its clients that fascination? And the timing to introduce Watson in Latin America.
So some of it is through, and there's probably more information than I'll get into, but the announcement that we made recently, again, around the ecosystem, supporting the ecosystem of developers around Watson, so that's one way. I think, Watson is it'll be like a hockey stick adoption. It's going to kind of go like this. In the meantime, there's a lot that our business partners and our clients can do today to get ready for that, and that is, having infrastructure that matters, having an infrastructure that is relevant in a hybrid cloud environment, so to connect public cloud with private cloud infrastructure. Some of it, readiness will come in terms of data and information management within an enterprise. And so many of our business partners are specialists at helping build the database and the information management tool, put in place the information management tools to do a better job of capitalizing on kind of that future. Yes.
How do you see your partners right now, and what do you expect from them in the next 10 years? Because technology is moving faster, cloud computer service, big data. So what exactly do you want from your partners?
Sell more.
Fall twice every year.
I think you need to answer that they need to hire a Watson that sell more.
I just have to keep the Moore's law on that. For every 18 months, the sales. But I see the two breakthroughs. Now the drones, the robots, and Boston Robotics particularly, the thing that the company that just bought Google, and Watson is like the press, Gutenberg's press, that just give knowledge in just snapping the fingers. How do you see this evolution of machines doing things that are just trademark of humans in the next right before the 20s?
So again, I'm not necessarily an expert on some of those things, but here what goes through my mind is, if I think about technology and technology adoption curves over time, whether it was the telephone or compute and so forth, the cycles get shorter, right? The capabilities advance and grow. So whether it's Watson or drones or video, communications and whatever it might be, all I know is all of that requires two things, because it's all digital, right? So it requires two things. It requires compute capability and storage because of all the data. And so so when you look at the STG, the IBM STG portfolio, this is where we're doubling down. This is where we're putting our focus and our investment from a hardware standpoint, is around high value, innovative compute server capability with our mainframe, the System Z, and our power systems, and continuing to invest and grow with, we're at Power 7, it'll go Power 8, and so on. So servers and storage. So, and then taking that and supporting an ecosystem of business partners who are either creating software solutions, services solutions, or maybe even other types of technology solutions, drones or whatever it might be. Mm-hmm. All of those things are going to need to be interconnected and have compute and storage capability to support that, whether it's a massive public cloud or whether it's a private cloud or hybrid cloud. Infrastructure